Hello everyone. So today let's talk about an issue that impacts every Indian, India's fiscal deficit and rising government debt. Simply put, a fiscal deficit occurs when government spends more than it earns. While some level of fiscal deficit is normal, excessive borrowing can lead to inflation, reduced government investment and slower economic growth. So in this video, I will explain first India's current fiscal deficit and debt situation, second, key causes and risk, and the third will be solution and challenges in implementing them. So let's get started. So the current scenario is India's fiscal deficit for 2024 and 25 is projected at 5.1% of GDP, down from 5.8% in 2023 and 24, but still above 3% target set by the FRBM Act. So why does this matter? Why does the fiscal deficit matter? Because the excessive deficit leads to higher debt. Like India's government's debt to GDP ratio is 81%, much higher than 60% recommended by Encasing Committee. So the government aims to reduce the fiscal deficit below 4.5% by 2025 and 26, but achieving this requires increasing revenue and cutting unnecessary spending and managing debt better. So what are the causes of high deficit and debt? So the first cause is high revenue expenditure. The government spends heavily on subsidies such as food, fuel, fertilizer, which is like 4.15 lakh crores in 2023 and 24. The interest payments on the past just takes up to like 30% of total government expenditure. Second is lower tax to GDP ratio. India's tax to GDP ratio is only 11.7%, which is much lower than the OECD countries average, which is 34%. So despite the GST reforms and tax compliance, the issue and exemption reduces the revenue. Third is slow disinvestment and asset monetization. The government missed its 51,000 crores disinvestment target in 2023 and 24. PSU's privatization is often delayed due to political and legal hurdles. Fourth is high borrowing for infrastructure and welfare. Capital infrastructure was increased to 11.11 lakhs crores in 2024 and 25 to boost the infrastructure, but this means more borrowing. So what is the impact of a high deficit to the country? So first is crowding out of private investment. When government borrows too much, less money is available for businesses to grow and create jobs. Second is inflationary pressure. Excessive government spending can cause higher inflation, making everyday expensive or goods expensive. Third is surge in credit rating concerns. So rating agencies like Moody's and S&P Monitor actually rates based on the credit ratings, which is mostly debt level of the India. So a downgrade could make the borrowing costlier. So, talking about the solution to reduce the fiscal deficit, the first will be rationalization of subsidies. Like instead of blanket subsidies, direct benefit transfers and should be expanded. And so, for example, Ujjwala Yojana, which gives LPG subsidies for the poor. Second is strengthening the revenue generation, like expanding GST compliances and reducing exemptions. Reforming to direct taxes to increase collection without burdening the middle class. Third would be the effective disinvestment and asset monetization, like selling loss-making PSUs like BSNL, Air India already, which is privatized for better efficiency. The national privatization pipeline aims to raise 6 lakh crores by leasing assets like highways, airports, and railways. Fourth will be better fiscal management by the state. Some states have like dangerously high debt level, like Punjab, which has 47% GSDP, Bihar, which is 40%. State must improve the tax collection and reduce the reliance on central transport. So while we talk about the solution, there are challenges in implementing this. So first would be definitely political resistance. So free electricity, farm loans, waivers keep pushing the deficit higher. Second is bureaucratic delays, like disinvestment plans are often slow due to the policy hurdles. Third would be global factors, oil price shocks, global slowdown impacts on fiscal health of the country. So, in conclusion, India's fiscal deficit must be managed carefully to ensure long-term economic growth, with the government taking steps, more structure and more structural reforms are needed. Thanks so much.